Hello, investors. Welcome to Chart Shastra, where investing is made simple with the help of charts. Today is day 53, and we have closed our week almost positively on the Nifty as well as almost all the indices too. We have started the index somewhere here on the Monday, and then we have seen a decent rally till 23,800, and we have seen a minor pullback happened here. The same thing is getting reflected in almost all the index charts. Even if you look at Nifty 100 too, the same thing happened. In fact, the mid cap was a little more volatile than the large cap names, as you can see from the chart that we have started the week somewhere here, then we have rallied up a lot. And again, today almost we have tested those starting levels, but again, the closing was very well. Even in the small cap yesterday, we were talking that it needs some consolidation and a little bit pullback, and we have seen a pullback, and there was a strong bounce here. So that's a healthy sign happening in the small cap as well as micro cap. And with the RBI report rate coming out to the market is looking like finally settling in. But again, let's not be very sure. At least for Nifty 500, it needs to close about this 21,900, and for 50 Nifty 50, you know that it needs to close about this 23,800 level. Then we can think of something. Coming to the gold, yesterday we have seen a little pullback here, but again it has bounced back sharply. Right now, as of now, the gold is consolidating here a little bit. Coming with the silver too, almost we have seen a very sharp pullback in the silver, but again there was a very strong move. As of now, they are again settling at this level. So this would be very important for silver too. So both of these charts are looking very interesting and very strong too. Coming to the bank nifty, because obviously today was the monetary policy outcome, the bank nifty was a little bit volatile today. So the coming week would be interesting for it. With private banks are still stronger and public banks, I know that they have been oscillating almost every time they reach this level again they push down, and they are just getting tighter and tighter. But again, the trend is not that clear in PSU bank as of now. Coming to the IT2, it needs to close above this level, right? Currently, it is just going sideways as of now. Auto is also doing well. In fact, this week was very good for auto. The market has started somewhere on this note here, and it has consolidated. Last week was very, very fantastic for auto. Today, this week was entirely it's about observing the supply. Reality was very volatile. It has started, it has moved up, but again, it has came down. So not that great for reality. Pharma is also having a very great week this time. Infra is mostly flat this week, so nothing major. FMCG, we have seen a major reversal here. See, this was the last Friday, and starting from Monday itself, the entire 5 days was a down days for FMCG, and today also we have seen the market. FMCG has literally tested its week's low, and it has closed above this level. So FMCG is not at all looking good. If the probably a little consolidation here and a breakdown would be a good short position in the FMCG as of now. Telecom is also still doing well today. The Airtel results were out yesterday. After the market, we would be seeing its chart as of now. So nothing interesting happening on the market as of now. Mostly they are going on the sideways as of now. So let's start with our daily stocks here. Reliance is again taking a little consolidation here. If you look at TCS, it is not looking that great, right? It is not even moving up. It is always trying to push down. So overall, entire sentiment in the TCS is not that great. HDFC Bank, of course, it is one of the major bet, and today is the RBI event. It is almost sideways. So Bharti Airtel was very interesting. Yesterday we have seen that it was a reversal because the earnings it has reacted negatively, but actually the earnings was out after the market. And today there was a very strong positive reaction. Almost it started with a gap down, and it has closed above this level and went all the way to 17.07. But again, the closing was almost at this level. So probably next week we would see the true reaction. So if the market is really supporting as of now, the Airtel should do. I think the results came out very well. Looking at the volume also, it's very good as of now. ICICI Bank, same story. All the banking stocks were a bit volatile today. Infosys again almost hovering at these levels. Nothing interesting. SBI has looks like SBI is heading down. Even the results, the RBI effect. It is heading down, so SBI is not at all looking strong as of now. Even ITC too, you can see here right on the chart, it is just going down, not that great. Hindustan Unilever, almost the same story like all the FMCG names, it is acting very weaker. And LIC, you have seen again there was a testing of the new low today. As of now, LIC is still very weak. HCL Tech still consolidating at this minor zone here. So nothing interesting happening on the IT stocks. L&T is again very weak, still going at these levels. So nothing great here. Sunvarma going sideways. Bajaj Finance, we have seen a little pullback finally after many days in Bajaj Finance. So that's a healthy sign because it has been moving up non-stop, right? So let it consolidate here, form a base again, then it might give another new entry. NTPC, a very weak name, still struggling a lot in the market. Axis is slowly inching up. In fact, Axis has done well than most of the banks today, right? So it has successfully closed this gap too. So it would be interesting, but again, it needs to come around this 1100 level only. Then we can think of something. And look at Maruti. I like the way it is forming. Because it is getting little tighter and tighter and tighter. So any break, it could break down or it could also break out. So that would be very interesting. And look at the volume also. The volume is also getting dried up, and the price is also getting tighter and tighter. So that's a perfect scenario. If it breaks above this 13,150, then that would be perfect, and your stop loss could be as little as 1.5%. See, that's a very low risk entry taking we would be having on the Maruti. So stay tuned for Maruti. That would be interesting to watch. Even Kotak also tried to come out of this zone, but again, the closing was not that great. I've told you this is the level I'm watching for. So I'm a little bit cautious here considering the market. I need the Kotak to close above this level only, then I can take comfortably an entry. Even Mahindra and Mahindra is again, it had received a pullback today, so it is moving up again. So that would be very interesting to watch in the Mahindra as of now. Next, coming to the ONGC, it is down again 2.8%, almost 3% today. So ONGC is not at all looking good. See, it is still hovering below this mini sloping trend line, right? It needs to close above this trend line. So for something it to happen on the long side. Tata Motors, nothing interesting here. Ultratech is also getting consolidated here. It needs to close above this 12,100. Adani Enterprise, nothing great, not interesting, just going sideways. Power Grid again made a new low today. See, not at all looking good. Made a new low. Very weak name. Titan also going sideways. Very choppy name here. Bajaj Auto still needs to close above this level and it needs to close above this 9300 levels. That would be only then we can think of something. Adani Port, again, we have seen a rejection here, right? Yesterday I've told you this is where ideally the 50 moving average it gets rejected, and that's what exactly happened today. So now would it reverse or would it move up? It needs to take some breather here. Coal India just sideways, nothing interesting. Asian Paints, it's a dead stock. It's not even moving at all. Wipro is still consolidating around these levels. So probably for the entire IT sentiment, I don't know. I'm not understanding a clear sentiment from the IT. They are holding this their levels. That's a good sign. But 323 is something I'm looking forward to. It needs to close about 323. HAL, nothing interesting. Bajaj Finserv still holding, so that's a very strong name. You can see a little sloping line here, right? It is also forming very good action. So volume is also getting dried up, so that would be interesting to watch Bajaj Finserv too. DMart, nothing great here, very weak. Trent again after the yesterday's big fall today, it had a little recovery, but that doesn't help much or change the story. Adani Green going sideways. Siemens again, we have seen a reversal here today. See, it had tried to move up and got rejected exactly here. So that's the sign of weak names. That's where you need to identify the finer details on the chart. JSW still after a long time it is trying to move up. So that would be interesting to watch for JSW still. So I would be seeing this 1000 level after this. But again, I usually do not trade or invest in such names. It is very volatile as of now. Adani Power is down 1.86%, but nothing interesting. See, it is almost trying to close up this base level, so not that great here. Still very weak. Zomato, although it's up 2%, but again needs to close above this 240 level only, then we can think of something. Nestle is flat, so all the FMCG names are not doing that great. IOC is also going sideways, nothing great here happening. Bharat Electronics still again a sideways stock. So a lot of stocks were stuck somewhere in the price action. See, same Varun Beverages. Before the budget, there was a little hype because of the tax and people would buying a lot of stuff. But again, see, there was a quick reversal in these names. Geo Finance too, nothing interesting happening over here. DLF is again flat today. Tata Steel tried to move up. So look like all the metal stocks were in a buzz today, right? In fact, the Tata Steel closed above this level. So that's an interesting story. And now it would be again, you can see always the Tata Steel is making newer lows every time. So this time, whether it would break this level, for it to change the trend, it needs to close above this 150. Agar if that doesn't happen, if it reverses again, you know what's the story, because it has been happening every time. Last time it came here, got rejected. It came all the way to here, got rejected. Now it's coming all the way. So will it get rejected or not? Again, it would be interesting. So even Vedanta is also in a buzz. So all the metal stocks were buzzed today. Grasim going sideways. IRFC down 2%. See, very weak, ma'am. I'm highlighting that railway stocks, they have lost their steam. They are not doing that great. LTIM again going sideways, very choppy. No point of us drawing in this. So let me just delete this line. Indigo needs to close above this. It is forming, it is getting constructive little. So let's watch it for few more sessions. We can see, we can decide. Tech Mahindra is up, but again, if I just adjust the, I know why I'm adjusting the line, because again, I'm not sure the entire IT names were not doing that great. SBI Life going sideways. Pidilite is down, but again going sideways to downward. ABB still very weaker. At least it did not reverse like a Siemens again. So as of now, still holding at this level. Divi's Laboratory also, it is getting very interesting. It is almost just like a Maruti stock, right? So if it breaks out of this little consolidation, that would be very interesting to watch. So you can put an alert somewhere around here, 6200 level. HDFC Life getting tighter and tighter. That's a good sign, but it needs to close above this 650 level. Then we can think of something. Nalco, Hindalco is also up 2%. So again, the metal stocks were in burst today. PFC, nothing great here happening. Britannia is down 1.7%. Probably it's a result day, I guess. Maybe after the market, the results would be out. Ambuja Cement, nothing interesting. Gale was down 4%. Probably it was the effect of dividend, I guess. Tata Power, all the 0.5% again. It's a dead stock. It doesn't do much. There isn't hype in Tata Power too lately. REC is also just going sideways. Motherson Sumi looks like it is up 1%, but again, the overall trend is downward in Motherson Sumi. BPCL too, nothing interesting. See, as you are scrolling down the names, these are getting very boring and a very weak names. Say Godrej Consumer Product or Eicher Motors is also slowly trying up. Let's wait for the results. I'm thinking if the results are very good, it should sharply bounce back and test this level. Bank of Baroda, nothing interesting here. Cipla is also just going sideways. JSW Energy is down 2%, but again, see, nothing major interesting happening here. TVS Motor is also forming a little base here, just like HR Motors. Let's wait and see. It would be interesting. Torrent Pharma up 3%. See, very volatile name. It is just trading within this channel. So I don't usually like these channels because no trend. It's very hard to trade. Sriram Finance need to consolidate and close above this trend line. Chola is acting well, at least holding up this level. Like unlike the last time, it quickly gave up the returns, but looks like this time it is holding up the level. So that is interesting to watch. Bajaj Holding, very choppy name, not interested. I have an Adani Energy Solution, nothing great. Punjab National Bank too boring. Just Dr. Reddy's also just non-trendy stocks. All these are non-trendy stocks. United Spirits to see, nothing interesting happening here. Lodha too, nothing interesting. Just going up and down in one day. iPro still in a downtrend. Havels also is in a sideways. Bosch is also in a sideways. See, it is also. In fact, it is trying to make a new low today. Very weak name. Apollo Hospitals. It is trading within this mini basis. Right now you are, I guess you are understanding the each price pattern. Zydus has taken a break here, so a little consolidation again. Probably Divis and Zydus might break out on same day if the entire group is moving up. Hero Motocom going sideways as of now. Nothing interesting. Naukari too again got a reversal, I guess. See, it moved up and got a reversal. So let's wait for few more sessions. Tata Consumer, very choppy chart. Dabur too. They tried to move on, but again, the closing was great, but again, the entire FMCG has lost its steam. ICSL number, nothing interesting. Jindal Steel is trying to move up. That's a good volume. So let's wait for the 80 level because usually this much strong, would it sustain or not? Let's see. Sri Cement is still holding at these levels. That interesting. But again, I know that 29,000 is the level I would be watching for Sri Cement. Canara Bank still below this trend line. So no trade zone. All these stocks are in a no trade zone. Same with Union Bank. IndusInd is very strong. See, lately IndusInd has been doing very well. Almost it has been moving from 900 to almost all the way to 1000. That's almost 10%, right? So, acting very well as of now. Let's hope that it doesn't get a reversal here. Adani Total, yeah, nothing interesting. NHPC too, very boring name here. NHPC. Next comes BHL down 1%, nothing. And IRCTC is also not looking that great. So I think we have reached our 100 stocks. So overall, the entire week, the market has been mostly flat, right? So it needs to close above this 23,800 level. Then we can think of something. So till then, see you in the next week. So have a great weekend. Thank you. Bye bye.